Greetings, my excellent friends. If anybody's here yet. I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. Twitch usually has updated the number by the time my music finishes, but then during the music it always says there's no one here. I know that's not true, because sometimes people type, even though it says no one's here. This time, sometimes it hangs and there's just like an extra length of 0, 0, 0. And I know that's not the case in the actual Twitch page. As far as I can tell, that one updates faster, but my dashboard is like... I don't know why they've never fixed this in 5 years, but the dashboard always gives you a very, very delayed look as to whether there's people in your stream or not. But anyway, it suddenly snapped to after I started talking. I do be here. I also do appear to be Vermilion. Yeah, those are they Irish in your head too? Or at least West Country, sort of piratey? I'm not good at accent consistency in my mindscape of fantasy worlds. Because I generally ascribe an accent to a character based on how they feel, and then if you meet the rest of their culture and they're the outlier, then you have a problem. But also, as I was watching Dune the other day in cinema, and my experience with Dune is that I, as a kid, tried to watch the 2000s miniseries, and I didn't like it very much because all the characters I liked died immediately. And I didn't quite understand the politics of it all. It was strange. The hero was sad all the time. And then I did read some of it when I was older. Not all of it. I more looked on in fascination at the wiki summaries of where the series went. But the new movies are quite good. Anyway, as someone who's read The Wheel of Time properly through once, but most of the way through twice, because I've had two main reads of The Wheel of Time under my belt. There's the one I did a few years ago, which was the whole series, and then there's the one that happened before the series had finished. So it got as far as book 11, and that was it. You notice some similarities, is what I'm trying to say. Man goes into desert, becomes the desert people's messiah. But it's interesting that Dune did it first, but with such that dark and cynical take. But then Robert Jordan, who absolutely has to have been inspired by that to have done basically the same plotline, except he did it more straightforwardly and less sinister. Normally, the sinister, cynical version comes as a result of the more traditional heroic telling. Backwards order there. Anyway. Baldur's Gate 3. This week will be another transition-y week. Obviously my Baldur's Gate streams are fine, but Hitman, my plan on Saturday... The reason I started playing Hitman again was in preparation for what's releasing this week, which is the Sean Bean Undying Elusive Target. Now, it's still an elusive target. I'm still going to be cautious and careful and with my finger on the end task button, but I'd kind of like to get into a good disguise and follow Sean Bean around and listen to him talk. I don't usually do that with elusive targets, but I like Sean Bean. I have to check on that, because if he's going to be available in arcade mode, I might do that in arcade mode and do the regular target carefully. But yeah, hopefully everything that's coming is available this Saturday, so Saturday can be the last Hitman stream for a little while. We'll finish the Freelancer campaign. Might start a new one and then leave it partway through, because it doesn't really matter if I do that. But I'd wanted to start Sea of Thieves for a while, and I was about to last month until the Hitman announcement came. So we'll be doing that on Sunday, and then I don't know how long I'll play Sea of Thieves for. There's a Monkey Island story, which has a start, middle, and end. Rivalia reckons it'll take between 3 and 6 streams to do, and that I should mostly do it solo, but that the game's largely multiplayer outside of that story stuff. So I'll probably start by getting used to the game and playing with Swede and Rivalia. And a fourth person if we have a fourth person. But then my main purpose in picking up the game is to check out this new Monkey Island chapter that apparently is a proper entrant in the series in all but name. Jordan's on record saying that he wasn't inspired by Dune, but they were both pulling from the same archetypes. Yeah, that's easy to say. That's like, I was watching the Simpsons movie with Snip and Nevermoon at random. And the Simpsons movie features Springfield getting placed under a dome, right? And then 2 years later, Stephen King wrote a book called Under the Dome, which is basically that exact trope, except instead of a comedy cartoon, it's a realistic, what would happen if a town was trapped in this way. Like in The Simpsons, the government does it to them, but in the Stephen King book, nobody knows how it happened, I believe. It's like an alien thing or something where this magical dome appears and nobody can break it. Like in people have to just deal with their isolation. And Stephen King is on record of saying, I had no idea that the Simpsons movie existed. It just happened that way, even though his story came out 2 years after the film. I don't know, I feel like it's a very weird coincidence. But at the same time, I'm not necessarily calling these authors liars. Just... he might have been pulling from his own myths, but, like, did he never read it, or did he read it? Because I do think that makes a difference on an unconscious level. Regardless of whether you want it to or not. Let's make the desert people Irish. That is funny.
All the treats your tummy can handle.
There was something about in the Dune film how Arabic as a language isn't used, and the director was like on record as giving an explanation why, and then everybody was like, yeah, the real answer is because the executives probably told him he couldn't. Instead, they speak basically just a constructed language that sounds vaguely Arabic but doesn't use any of the bases. Yeah.
That's why we need to walk just a little more.
Let's get this air conditioner off for now. So where did I leave? I explored everything in the southeast of this Rivington, which isn't very much. In fact, it looks piddly because we need to go all the way up here. So there's a lot left. I think we started here, so I've explored... yeah. But yeah, all this Flaming Fist area there, I specifically did not explore here. I haven't met Gleeful Clong. There's also a person we were looking for. Has he moved? I thought we put us... yeah, here he is. Arthur Gregorio is the person we believe to be behind the exploding teddy bears. We found this requisition house, I believe, requisition barn, where they're coordinating charitable relief efforts, because there's a whole bunch of refugees here in Rivington. And when we were exploring through the barn, we found a crate full of teddy bears rigged to blow up. And so we took a look at the donation manifest, which indicated that a man named Arthur Gregorio is the one who donated the bears, so he is the one we would like to talk to. We also have a new companion quest, which I was not expecting. We have the High Harper for Jaheira. The objectives have gone a bit wrong. It's accidentally told us... It sort of spoiled us a bit and moved ahead, but hopefully the quest works. No companion quests for Halsin or Minthara, I don't think, but yeah, Jaheira gets one, which is curious. A good portion of this refugee crisis is not... Yeah, well, that's the thing, because the Absolute's army didn't break that much stuff, because we interfered with that. Like, they didn't break the Emerald Grove in the end. We resolved things at Moonrise. Well, yeah, Elturel. That's part of like a 5th edition module, isn't it? Descent into Avernus. That they basically just they've woven this game into the ongoing Forgotten Realms narratives that are happening around 5th edition, which is cool. Doesn't mean a lot to me. Having no real experience with this setting outside of the Baldur's Gate games. I care about the references to the old Baldur's Gate games, not to the state of overall D&D. But it's nice that they weave everything in, and people who have more engagement will understand more things. We also have Scratch with us. I summoned him just to see if somebody would react, but they didn't. Anyway. Let's talk to these guys here first, because they're having a conversation. Solras and Nizvan.
If my friend tries to get you to invest, kindly turn her down. She doesn't need the encouragement.
We didn't exactly resolve Moonrise. Should we cut off the head of the snake, but 99% of the army was untouched? Yeah, but... They're not...
You're going to hire all the refugees.
They didn't win. This place is not a mess.
What do you get out of this?
The invasion is rather stymied at the moment.
If I hire the refugees, then I get cheap labor and they get coin. It's a good deal for everyone.
So what are they arguing about?
I'm not asking for much, just a teensy investment to get...
Right, she wants to...
What are you calling this?
She wants to give jobs to refugees, right?
Cheap and cheerful. Refugees for hire.
Is it a good thing, or is she exploiting them?
Mate, there is so much wrong with that name.
I just hear bitch of a wife and kid.
Continuing to be difficult.
Think about it. They're stuck here with no coin and nothing to do.
You're going to hire all the refugees. Just like that.
Cleaning, cooking, construction. The possibilities are endless. Enough to clean crimson.
What do you get out of this?
Well, it's the right thing to do, isn't it? Everyone deserves the chance to make some coin.
Get an auto conversation, or is this another one we can just choose to interrupt?
If you don't get out of there, I'm going to have to make you.
Get me started.
Squatters?
Yeah. Gonna get your thugs to butcher my wife and kid, are you?
Butcher my wife and kid, not bitch of a wife and kid. Okay, good. Look, I'm guessing he's an angry landlord, and these guys are squatting in a house he happens to own.
Stay back.
You're in my house.
Yeah, there we go. Not landlord, owner.
Empty.
Let's find out. I don't like Arthur Gregorio. I'm pretty sure he's an exploding toy donator.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
You certainly know how to make people feel welcome.
You shouldn't have to make people feel welcome in places they don't belong. I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
Cleric line. The gods study our deeds during crises. Now is a bad time to be uncharitable. I do want to delve into this man's mind because we have his name attached to that other quest. Da-da! Ooh, just.
I can't let them stay here. What if the little brat gets into the basement?
We need to explore your basement. I hear these sorts of houses always have basements. What do you use yours for? Just go straight to it, eh?
My basement? Oh, nothing interesting, just materials. I'm a craftsman, you see.
This man is definitely lying. And he's really hoping you don't pry any further.
Look, I have some very valuable components in there. I need to get that lot out before they damage something.
Honestly, though, that's a really weird thing I just said. Can you imagine? Like, guy's just talking about squatters in his house, then you're like, your house looks like it has a basement. What's in yours? Like, what a... what a ridiculous non sequitur. It worked, but it's stupid. I could help you out with that if you want. No, just mind if I take a look. I don't want to suggest I want to help him remove the people.
Who do you think you are? Zenobia? People are lining up to break into my property. Do something about it.
You paid us to protect you and your high-quality merchandise on the road. And we've since arrived at our destination. As I said, anything else is extra.
Ugh. This is the last time I hire someone from the guild.
What guild?
Fine. Here's the extra. Finish the job. Now, please show this meddler some of that famous Rivington hospitality.
Well, shit. Oh, I have to fight Gleeful Clong. I don't want to fight Gleeful Clong. Look at him. I could probably work this out without... I'm thinking, do I want to just reload and take the conversation again? I think I do. Because obviously we've been too direct here. It's probably not a difficult fight, though. I could trigger non-lethal Clong. Yeah, but he's not temporarily hostile, that's the thing. He's still gonna hate me when he wakes up. And that'll just make things awkwarder. I think this quick save is from before the Detect Thoughts, anyway. It's interesting, but I'd rather not. It's not really how I'd prefer to resolve things.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
It's a pretty big house. Are you sure you don't have a single spare room?
My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the place will be crawling with them.
Ye gods, this guy is begging to get smacked.
This man's indignant demeanor barely masks a seething anxiety. There's more to this situation than he's letting on.
I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them.
You seem to be a little on edge. Are you all right?
Well, wouldn't you be on edge if your beautiful home had been defiled by such brazen interlopers?
How about you live and let live, and I let you live in return? Can we do that and then? Well, see, if I do this, I reckon Karlak and Jaheira will be mad. But if I do this, Karlak will be happy. This might just cause another fight, though. In that case, I'll take it. Pretty, Oh, I can use Thaumaturgy for this. Cantrip. Nice. Ah! Ah! What the fuck?
Fine, fine. They can stay.
Oh, good.
Just don't blame me when they turn on you like the mongrels they are.
Now I can talk to
I
Gleeful.
respect your hustle, sweetheart, but it won't work on me. You've stepped on the guild's toes, and we'd like a little something to make it better.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
Ah, this is the Bastards Guild. Or what?
I'd say you'll live to regret it, but honestly, I'm not so sure you'd live.
Melee attack? Ha! Ha! So, ooh, God. So this is interesting, because normally I haven't really gone with intimidation tactics before, right? I generally go with persuasion, deception. But intimidation is in a bard's toolkit, being a charisma-based person. So we can say, I fought and killed an avatar of Merkel recently. I think I can handle you. I could give you that gold, but then I'll just take it back after I kill you. We could just whack her. This would be way stupider because actually the bonuses are pretty high. Favorable beginnings bonus mostly. I kind of want to. I think this would get it more respect. It's not very me. Me would be the words, but you always pay her off? No way. Maybe if we don't have any capabilities, but I like number 1 as well. I like number 3 and number 1. I kind of want to see number 3 happen. I kind of want to see the scene for number 3. I also think Blue Moon would have done number 3. I've never seen melee attack in dialogue before, and so I want to see it for that. I also don't know what this is. I get +1 from nothing. Just.
That was a mistake on your part, sweetie. A mistake the guild will hear about. Come on, boys. We've got places to be.
What if I want to talk to Gleeful Clong?
I should
No.
speak up. Up on the hill.
It's up there and we're down here.
I just like his name.
That's why
Alright. Maybe we'll use our words. Maybe we'll use our words. I don't know why this encounter in particular has me reloading and reconsidering so much, but I was more curious as to how the hit path went than interested in actually committing to it. I don't normally do this too much just because of how long it takes to load quick saves, but sometimes you do want to experiment and see what the other angles take.
I'd say you'll live to regret it, but honestly, I'm not so sure you'd live.
Yeah, so that's easier.
You're serious? Let's forget this unpleasantness ever happened. Come on, boys.
Damn.
We've got places to be.
Alright.
What's up for discussion?
Hopefully we can talk to him back at wherever they're going. If they go back to like a guild house or something.
Never wanted the easy path.
He'll be completely uninteresting. I don't know. It's a wonderful name. Caravan Ox. Hello.
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. Such sweetness should be shared.
I would, but I think the people around would probably look a little less fondly on me chewing on the grass as they would an ox. If I were a druid, I could probably figure out a way to do it, but I'm not. Anyway, we fixed it. Arthur went away. You should try the grass, man. Arthur's private musings. That must be on the second floor.
At least we'll have some peace now.
Now we have the Golwits.
What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching
Let's see what this
towards the
does.
city?
Better to be within its walls than without, Martha. At least here we stand a chance.
Scratch? Whatever it was, it didn't have to go very far.
Thank the gods. I was sure.
Heartless scum. I'm a reasonable woman. We could easily work something out in a house this big.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that. But I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you.
You're welcome.
You're the first person in this city to have our backs. Thank you. Really. I don't like being cooped up inside, but it's what's best for Cinta. I'll make sure she knows you had a hand in it.
That'd be the child then.
Wish I had a bag of holding. What's that?
That'd be a hatch.
We'll get through this.
Leading, one would assume, to a basement. Starion, while you're here, you may as well still do your job.
Alright, what now?
We'll think about that in a moment. First we loot. Ooh, Yo! 280! Dark as Shah's Embrace.
I spy with my little eye. Nothing of note, really.
Work to be done. As if there were not dark and light enough down here to gaze at.
Two new books. An Archduke's Leadership. Protection. A pamphlet by the Gortash for Archduke Voluntary Campaign. As Archduke, Lord Gortash's top priority will be protection, the physical defense of Baldur's Gate and its citizens. No policy can be more important. Condoms for all. Queen of Kingpins. Seems the Flaming Fist Mercenary Company has compiled a great deal of information on Nine Fingers and her crew, known as the Guild. Some heavy named Tuskront guarding some entrance the Fist are intrigued by, in fact a very detailed account of the Guild's muscle, and you note a tide of derision from the Fist. Evidently they don't find Tuskront and criminals like him too bright. Not the sharpest scalpel in the surgeon kit, but Nine Fingers, well of her they write in sullen, fearful tones. Is she any relation to Nine Toes from Borderlands? Because if so...
If not over.
Well, I don't know where she would have gotten her brains from. A disguise kit. Does that... Is that functional? Does that basically... Is that, like, effectively a manual version of disguise self? Action, single use. Hang on. Those two seem a bit more familiar. Have we read The Gate is Closed? I think so. I think this shit was in Act 1. Baldur's Gate, a bastion of commerce and culture, rewarded only with corruption and catastrophe. Crime, poverty, taxation, burdens unfairly heaped upon the shoulders of the common citizenry. Thieves and outsiders grow fat on the teat, while native Baldurians starve in the street. For too long the Grand Dick and his Parliament of Peers have left our gate unguarded. If you, like us, stand ready to defend it, then join like-minded individuals for a frank exchange of ideas. Fascism. Join the keepers of the gate. Enough is enough, the gate is closed. "A Darrow!" exclaimed Sadie. I don't know if non-Australians would know why the word Darrow is funny to me, but yeah, cast spell! Cast spell! It is literally just disguise self. Like, it literally uses the spell casting functionality. Here, I will use my disguise kit to... with the power of makeup alone, I'm gonna turn myself into a into a gnome lady using pure practical effects.
I was sure we were about to be evicted.
I don't think the children could cope with being homeless again.
We're lucky there's still decent folk about.
Now we don't have to leave. I'm gonna build a big house for all the rats. It's gonna be really fancy. You'll see.
What happened to your face?
Oh, and I'm supposed to say thank you for helping us. So, thank you. Oh, and I...
It's quite the powerful disguise kit we found, hey? Down, down, down by the river. Secret Societies of the Sword Coast. Harper's Shadow Druids, Order of Clur, Dark Justiciars. We've definitely read that. Bit surprised they don't have a Zenta Rim entry.
Better not be cursed.
La 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 bugger.
How for a skeleton key?
No one stopped me yet. Time to press ahead.
I was sure we were about to be evicted.
What's inside?
We're lucky there's still decent folk about.
Letter to Mamsel Amira. Madam Amira, thank you for the invitation. You know how much I love Sharessa's caress, but I still haven't lived down my last experience with the Drow twins, and I fear they won't have forgotten my little mishap. So that was probably my last visit, I hope you'll understand. Arthur Hair Trigger Gregorio.
Brave girl. We'll get through this.
Still me. Even after everything.
No, it isn't. I'm a fucking gnome.
Always nice to be wanted. I can fawn over my face later.
I don't need a reflection to know this looks fabulous.
Oh, me.
We'll have some peace now.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Apparently, there was a patch change. There was a bug fix where, like, prior to this, Scratch was able to equip certain weapons, including the Everburn blade. It's a shame I never noticed that.
With haste.
I would have enjoyed having a sword Scratch. So where are... Here, Arthur's private musings.
Seems simple enough.
An unfinished love story, handwritten by Arthur Gonna Die Alone Gregorio, whose name is attached to the bottom of every page. Her ample bosoms fluttered like dove's fingers, brushing against his nails. The very ends of his mustache stood to attention as the fire stirred behind his eyes. No doubt this was love. Ah, love. The stuff that dreams are made of. It made him sweat to think of it. The graceful, enduring, blossoming magnitude of it all. The priceless, breathless, weightless, sheer romping joy of it.
No traps, please.
One of Master Figaro's collection pieces, this outfit maintains the poise and grace of the wearer. However, honestly, it elevates it considerably. Bad poise becomes competent poise. Competent becomes strong. Strong becomes spiffing. Patterned with twists of gold, lilac, and sapphire, these delicate shoes are very reasonable for dancing, romancing, perhaps even prancing. Tailored with immaculate skill, this outfit makes you feel like someone who has elevated beige. Beige is an atrocious colour, yet here it is, very impressive and pleasing on the eye. And this wizardly hat has a little embroidered rabbit inside its lining. The rabbit is called Snowball, and once he was lost, never to be found. Just out of curiosity...
What a day.
Kinda suits him.
Still breathing, despite everything. Another step forward.
Act 3 is when you get all the good-looking camp outfits. I don't want the beige one, though. Fuck that. And I like the hat. I would wear the hat, but unfortunately they still do not have camp head slot. I think that's something that is just the biggest oversight that the game... Like, because these... You need to wear gear hat, right? You can't give up on having something valuable in the head slot, but... As a result, it just makes any cosmetic hat completely useless.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Scratch, please don't set off a trap. Rigged fireworks, huh? Item received Woglums? Oh! It is in fact an attack firework.
Go. Be careful. There are traps about.
Now the fireworks are no doubt the result.
What's cooking?
And then the tripwires are the trigger.
Such a always another step to go.
Looking ahead. Need to find a way forward. Watch how you go. There's a trap.
We are quite frankly not catching everything. But if we can find the tripwires, we'll be alright.
Now. Trap. Be cautious.
Whoa!
How delicious. Traps. How considerate. A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
We need Tom Cardy for these. Holy shit.
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
I feel like an actual set-off of these is going to be very disastrous. But hopefully the tripwires are easier to catch than the fireworks.
Moving. Traps. How considerate.
It's a good thing we have Astarion, because
Someone's left a trap out for us.
you'd have every chance of bringing anybody else here. Is that one of the reasons why you recommended him? I could disarm these, it just would be a little bit harder. Actually, I don't know that the disarming would be harder, but his perception is better. What happens if I bang that gong? There's also box of odd fire fireworks, which is explosive.
It's big, but still young. Heavens help the hunt over.
Yeah, that was some pretty good evasion right there. Holy shit! So that box of fireworks is not there anymore. We managed to collect 11 Woglums before we exploded everything. I mean, I'll call that a success.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
Tales of the Hells. Diabolic Tales collected by Greshnag the Inattentive, Impish Archivist. Entry 18, Smiler the Defiler. If your wanders through Avernus seem to become an awful lot more scenic, luscious woods, big bushes and the like, you may have wandered into a wily trap set by a creature named Smiler. None of us hellfolk know exactly what he is, where he's from, or how he got here, but he's a nasty piece of work. Well, he's called the Defiler, ain't he? He's not just nasty, plenty folk are nasty here, but he's weird. Something's not right. The book continues in a similarly unenlightening fashion. The True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrux Morrow, Volume 1. His red dragon thus dispatched, the knight had no choice but to leap for my ship, crashing to the new bride's deck even as his mount was swallowed by the eerie gloom of the astral plane's shifting tides. Faithful Knowles was upon him instantaneously, clawing and biting, alas in vain. Astral projection thwarts even the fury of a tabaxi cabin boy, and the treacherous Githyanki only laughed as Knowles' formless blows passed harmlessly through him. The knight's silver sword came about in an arc that missed Knowles entirely, but neatly clipped a spiritual cord anchoring the tabaxi's stalwart soul to the plane. I mourned as my faithful feline companion faded from existence, but did not hesitate. The Githyanki only smirked lazily at my charge, anticipating the futile efforts of another bound by the laws of this plane. But that is not, and has never been, Captain Tenebrux Morrow. Unlike poor Norrells, I had entered this plane in my full-fleshed form, a fact I demonstrated by thumping the warrior solidly between the legs. He tumbled over the new bride's rail and down into the mists, even as a fresh horde of dragons rose from the distant dead citadel of Tunarath. Somehow the book survived the boom.
I wonder, is that? No. An ordinary lamp. Pity.
There's quite a few bowls for some reason.
Don't mind if I do.
Shit breaking over there.
Let's crack it open.
So where's my evidence of his nefarious dealings? Blackmail letter, this might be the one. Arthur, package still waiting for you at Fellow Gears. You'd better not be late again, or we'll start to wonder if you're really as committed as you claim to be. Pick it up, put in the teddy bears, make the donation. It couldn't be simpler, really. If we're still here this time tomorrow, we'll stuff you with it. As you well know, we're plenty to spare.
Dear Arthur's been converting toys into deadly traps. Very naughty. This is where the toys from the barn were crafted. What a wicked little workshop.
Place is trapped.
Right, I think we're good here.
No time to rest. Cursed to put my hands
Unless we
on
want to
everything.
whack the gong first.
Crap. Let us try not to trip headlong through it, yes? Crap. Let us try not to trip headlong through it, yes?
Be wary. This place is trapped.
We're getting successes, but I'm not actually seeing them this time. Probably because those are the ones that already blew up.
Very well.
A trap there. Plant your feet with care.
No one back home will ever believe this. Should mind my step.
Trap there. Plant your feet with care.
Well, we didn't explode all the fireworks.
No,
We only
not as bad
exploded some. That's good enough for me. And we can track Arthur down at the very probably brothel.
These boots have seen everything.
You did your good deed, but Torm's still watching you. Don't disappoint him now.
Sorry, what?
You did your good deed.
Good thing you sorted that out. I was this close to chucking a knife right between that trollop's eyes.
Okay then.
Peace. What peace? Haven't you heard there's an
Well, that's Arthur's mansion. Should we... I don't think there's anything we can really say to this guy until we've apprehended Arthur, but let's take a look anyway. Out of curiosity. Manip Nesta,
Seems like
that's
a
the
good
one.
moment to talk.
I don't need you standing here gawking, thanks.
Big nose on him. Right. Let's get over here. And perhaps to this area if I'm allowed in, but that shut gate looks pretty definitive, so I don't know if that's meant to keep us out of that corner for now. It's just a citizen there, actually. Nothing really. There's a circus poster. Am I able to have a look at that? It's hidden. Might be inside. No, no, there it is. There it is. May I? Is this going to make me steal it? Or look at it? Well, I can't reach it anyway.
Another horde of refugees this morning.
Lord Enver Gortash, the people's man, the gate's protector.
The right royal wanker.
When did you realize the red caps?
Kick them all out.
We won't need to. If we do this right, they'll run for the damn hills.
Well, I don't know what they're planning, but it doesn't sound like a legal move.
You have red caps working in your circus?
Oh, yes. The Pyramidius and Fred are cleaners. They've just joined, but are settling in marvelously.
So, red caps in the circus, huh?
All this kerfuffle over missing red caps. Yes, we'd caged them due to unruly behavior, but as our red cap cleaners demonstrate, most are perfectly harmless.
Keep a sharp eye out. Red caps are on the loose. One's deemed too violent to work. And not one of these circus folk seem bothered by it. Why would these particular red caps...
Interesting.
We had an unfortunate incident involving a child's fingers.
Attacked a child? You should have killed the little monsters.
They were provoked. The child was poking and prodding them while they were trying to work.
Everyone deserves the chance to make some coin.
Okay, I'm torn here, because on one hand, yeah, that's true, but on the other hand, I think you do have, like, as much as we hate children, right, and it's perfectly reasonable to hate children, they're horrible little fuckers, you also do have to understand that you can't really stop them from being idiots. It's just part of nature and growth. They need to be idiots for a while, and then eventually they stop being idiots. Now, it is important to have people in the world, right, with the patience to deal with that, or otherwise we're not going to get people. Certainly not well-adjusted people. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I'm not on that list. Children suck and I don't want to be near them. But they're necessary, and they should be treated well. So, you know, endless respect to all the patient people in the world who can put up with them. But if you're running a place that kids like to go to, like a circus, you should probably be prepared for childish bullshit. And as part of that, you probably shouldn't have dangerous creatures that can bite fingers as part of your crew. So I almost get what the circus guy is saying there, but probably siding with the fist here.
Oh, yes. Paramidius and Fred are clean.
Hello, my dear.
Speak.
Yeah, kids will be kids. It is perfectly fine and understandable to be aggravated by this. However, it is not fine or understandable to do anything about that other than get out of the way. You don't have to be near kids. You just leave them, right? Don't well, unless you have them. Don't have kids if you don't want kids. But presuming you don't have your own kids, then you are never obligated to be anywhere near kids. However, if you opt into that, you are opting into dealing with their bullshit in a healthy way that does not harm them. And that includes keeping animals in a more realistic sense, but sure, monsters and fiends and redcaps in a fantasy sense, away. Duty of care. If you don't want to have a duty of care, don't enter into anything that will give you one. That includes operating a public place that children are allowed to... If you have your circus turn kids away at the door, then you could have dangerous shit there. It wouldn't do good business, because kids like circuses and families will be very confused if there's a circus kids can't enter. But you can do that. That's a reasonable option. Preferable to neglect.
The circus of the last days has returned.
So that's what this
See
is.
Dryads, Jin, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
I don't like that name. Dribbles the Clown. That sounds like he's got a hygiene problem. What do we got in here? We got Theodore. Is that a bugbear? There's a dragonborn playing music. Can't see far enough to be sure whether there's a person on that little platform or not. These guys are gathered around something and we can't go any further than this, but this looks like a pretty solid complex. Let me find the borders of it before I consider going in. Before I talk to these guys, basically. So first, let's talk to Iwan, Gethin, and Rhett.
Any of the refugees give you hassle, come to us. We know how to handle them.
That's not great.
A Baldurian. Good. Lots of unfamiliar faces in the city these days.
Dad says there's already too many refugees, and the city can't hold any more. We've got to keep them out.
Rhett isn't being raised very well.
Refugees this morning. When's it gonna stop?
It won't. Soon the bastards will outnumber us. They'll come for our homes, our jobs, everything.
Kick them all out.
We won't need to. If we do this right, they'll run for the damn hills.
Great. What do we got here?
Last is the journey.
Hobgoblin. Sarafin, Yonks, Kinara, and Zog. Curious. Also got a blacksmith up here. We'll be going in there a little later. I'm just trying to find... Is there another entrance to the circus? I don't believe there is.
One night. Think of it.
But we'll talk to these four.
Beds. Pillows.
I ain't looking to make friends or enemies. Go bother someone else.
Right, maybe we won't talk to these four, but we'll try.
If you're after a job, Neverwinter is on the lookout for adventurers. That's where we're headed.
You look like you need to clean off the road dirt. Almost as much as I do. No good inns with hot water and a tub on this side of the crossing, though.
Yonks.
If you are in the market for potions, I highly recommend the Velveteen Elixir. I've not been this well stocked since Waterdeep.
You have Barkus's face. That's very distracting. So we have Benji, the principal sniffer, and Klaus, the assistant sniffer. Benji being a ghoul and Klaus being a human. Well, wood elf, to be fair. And then we have 3 people who I think want to get into the circus, yeah?
Please, go ahead of us. My son is a little nervous.
Nice of you.
I want to see Dribbles, but I don't like the monster at the door.
Yeah, that is a bit of a concern.
Stinks of cheese. Between his piggy toes.
How dare you? What in the hells is all of this?
A necessity, good sir. The Steel Watch loves pretending sweet Rivington doesn't exist. So we have decided to protect you, dear patrons. No need to thank us. You'll be allowed in once I've done this batch. Next!
Hi, what are you sniffing for?
Hello, hello, and welcome to the Circus of the Last Days, the finest extra-planar circus there is.
A circus? Can we go?
Well, I mean, now we have to. Why is a ghoul sniffing people?
Oh, this is Benjamin. Say hi, Benji. Benji here checks all our patrons to make sure none of you are vicious murderers. Can't be too careful.
Right, Astarion, we're going to need you to go back to camp. Are there a lot of murderers around?
You haven't heard? The Absolute's cronies have been busy chopping people up like it's going out of style. They won't go near us, of course. Lucretia, Bringer of Night, protects us. And even the Absolute knows better than to tangle with a necromancer. But enough of this. The circus is a place of joy and distraction, so come inside and forget your worries.
All right.
Not a problem, dear patron. Benji just has to check if you're a vicious murderer. Benji?
Ah! Brain juice smells like piss and iron. No light.
Oh, well, that's a first. Usually I'd allow you in, but in these times, I can take no chances. Move along. No circus for you.
I've actually just been hired. Meet your new bard.
Oof. Viola Silvertongue won't be happy. Oh, well, she should have practiced those high notes. Welcome to the circus. A motley crew of misfits and morons. We're happy to have you.
He's not. Astarion is inspired as a charlatan for that.
What's that monster?
That's just a man in a costume. He's not real.
Let the kid come.
But
He wants to
costumes
teach
don't
the
drool,
children
Dad.
a lesson, right? Why would these particular...
You heading to the circus too? I'm glad it's here. We could use fun. What with everything going
I really
on.
do think that if the ghoul's job is to check for murderers, they should have wiped the blood off of his mouth.
The clown, don't you?
The monster thing is...
Did you see that bloody ghoul at the entrance?
Yep.
Sniffing us of all things. What kind of circus is this?
We never travelled.
No like you. No like your smell.
A tip? Don't piss off the Ginny.
Oh, shit.
And if the kobold tries to sell you food, run. Enjoyed the circus.
If this is anything like the Ginny in previous Baldur's Gate games, there's going to be some fun interactions there. Probably more fun with the advanced engine capacity. Circus of the Last Days.
Circus? Oh, I love the raucous revelry, the goofs and the guffaws.
That's right, we're going to have a quest with this crazy man in the amulet, aren't we? Here. To help the spirit travel to Worm's Crossing. She lives at the Open Hand Temple. We're not at... Well, we are at Worm's Crossing. Rivington is a part of Worm's Crossing. Do we know where the Open Hand... Well, there's the, brothel, I guess. I thought it would be in Baldur's Gate, but I guess, not quite. Alright, well, circus first! Zara the Mummy. She sure is. I can literally see the Open Hand Temple from my location. Like as in it's further up over there? Or, because like the camera doesn't exactly let you see super far away. Or is it this? North of the circus. It's generally difficult in this game to look ahead because... Cool, okay, well, we'll do that. Although it might be fun to keep the amulet around for the commentary, but... We'll do things in the order we come across them. Hello, Zara. Try to interpret her hand motions.
You realize she is miming putting on face paints. She has them to sell.
I'd like to see your face paints. Red dye. I love that. Ooh, wait, how much of that? It's fine. What happens if you try to dye Justice your half-blade? Ooh. Good things is the answer. Akabi, destroyer of planes. There's also worthless treasure crates.
These chests are empty.
Hey, bud.
Approach! Ugly one!
Astarion, you're up. You are very loud! I have to use the bard line because I'm never going to get the chance to do that again. Wow, that's a lie. I probably will play bard again at some point in my life, but we have to assume we won't. Incredible! I know a good set of pipes when I hear them, and you have them.
Yes! Behold! Akabi's Wheel of Wonders. Spin! To win prizes beyond your tiny imagination and make your miserable life more bearable.
What kind of things can I win?
Akabi has traveled across the plains, burning and conquering all. Win the spoils of such conquest. Or, if luck smiles upon you, win the grand prize, the jackpot.
What is the jackpot?
No more questions. Spin or don't. Let us see if you have luck's favor.
Bet you don't.
Alas! No jackpot for you, ugly one. But you may have this.
Thanks.
You are welcome, putrid one. Return again to try anew.
Who's got our best perception? The other hand of Vecna? Not as powerful as its sister, yet still provides superior scratching capability. Yeah, that's worth fuck all except to slowly corroded my inventory. I think I'm going to drop that on the floor. Who's got the best perception here? That would be Starman. Jahira's got the worst. That's funny. As a wisdom character.
Someone there.
Prizes found only in the most exotic of plays.
I mean, we could just sneak up and steal stuff. Sorry, the Book of Cheeseomancy.
How about this?
By Mistress Bree Kurdstreiner. If you come to this book today, I humbly request you to consider that the wild art of cheese magic is no laughing matter. Yes, indeed, while one might amuse themselves at the conjuration of fermented milk through the veil, curds can be a most dangerous tool. A cheeseard can of course bludgeon his enemies with a young and vigorous wheel of water Davian, but those of more subtle inclinations will learn the benefit of destroying their enemies standing with a curse of blue cheese sweat. When learning the arts, one must be able to imagine a delightful runny luiren and cider pairing, as well as the gassy agony of the lactose intolerance. The comeback hand axe. It's a returning throwing hand axe, but it has an unfortunate drawback. It returns blade first. Fred, that's one of the red caps.
What's up for discussion?
Scummy ball bag, move! I got to clean! Clean! Bah! Clean! Bah! Clean!
Fred doesn't seem like he likes his job. Right, let's see if you can figure out what Akabi's doing, eh?
Approach! Ugly one! Behold! Spin! To win prizes beyond your tiny imagination.
I'd like to spin the
and
wheel.
Make your Let us see if you have luck's favor.
You notice a glint in Akabi's beard. As it glows, the wheel moves away from the jackpot. He is cheating.
Alas! No jackpot for you, ugly one. But you may have this.
Nice trick rigging the wheel, but you need to work on your technique. It's obvious.
You would accuse me, Akabi, destroyer of planes, of cheating. I am, however, feeling gracious, so I will forget this and allow you to spin again. Or I can turn you into something vile. Choose.
Do your worst! first, you cheating bastard! What kind of choice is that? Have another go or I will attack you? What is the correct way out of that? I kind of want to see this, but I should probably spin again. I want to see this, though.
Behold my fury!
You are now a particularly ripe wheel of cheese. Unpleasant to the nostril.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Sadly, we can't talk to him.
Keep your distance down.
Akabi's wheel is close to you, vile, cheesy one.
I've got a long road ahead.
Come, mortals! You failed to win the grand prize, but fear not, grotesque one. Try again. Be victorious.
Yeah, we do have a bard option here. What the fuck? I'd love to hear the adventures of a famous
Akabi is more than a genie. He is the most magnificent and wondrous being in the realms. In fact, impossible. You sneak! You cheated!
How does it feel, sucker? I didn't cheat. I just distracted you from your cheating. I gotta say it.
You dare! Enjoy the jackpot, muley card!
Damn that Ginny. Where am I?
What the fuck? What? I'm not encumbered, I don't think. Does he say that even if I don't shout at him? Sorry, does he put me in here even if I don't shout at him? I just want to find that out. I think he does. Because this is a whole set piece. They wouldn't just send you there if you are an asshole. So the jackpot is banishment? Oh! It auto-saved, I guess. No, I wanted to see if he sends you no matter what you ask. But we have the autosave, which is good, because I probably do want to play the jungle area. A little while ago, it was easy to get the victory because he would sell his Ginny ring that allows him to cheat in the trade menu. Was that intentional? I imagine you could probably still pickpocket it out of him. But, like, do you just automatically win if he's not cheating? That sounds like a bit of a broken game. Like, even if the game was fair, you shouldn't win that often. It's a big wheel.
You sneak! You cheated!
How's even the odds?
Enjoy that, Jack!
Yeah, okay, it's the same thing. Good. Well, unfortunately, Astarion would be the one I'd want to bring through here.
My step.
We're automatically sneaking. That's interesting. We've also lost our companions. I guess they're going to be still at the circus. Can I get Karlak sent with us?
Akabi is tired of the Wheel of Wonders. He is now closed.
Right. This is interesting for a multiplayer game because that means only one person can do this. My question is, do I want to fight these guys? Probably not on my own.
Light on my feet. Anything of use?
Dead man over here. Now I'm encumbered. Yeah, I'd probably take him, you're not wrong. But does getting caught mean fighting all of them? I'm gonna turn myself invisible for this. Oh, I thought greater invisibility didn't break on attack. Guess it does. I thought it was just the regular kind that, yeah. So it's not really that useful. Well, there's 3 of them. Four, but one of them's not in the combat. Ow. Jesus. Does Shatter hurt me? Yeah, it does. Do a level 5 Shatter on them, but I'll have to leave first. we go.
Better than nothing. Must be on my way.
Entertainingly, that healed my party members as well.
Breathe quiet. Move with care. What path lies before me?
But that was alright. Probably not ideal, but it was alright. Can't jump up there.
What's inside?
Dead adventurer. Ah, there's the big one. Oh, Christ. Well, there's just one of them. Two of them. How long does Charmed last? 1 turn. Yeah, I should kill the big guy if I can. Can we get away from the disadvantages? Actually, that gets rid of Charmed. Well, I'm nothing if not hard to hit. Just stop pouncing, for the love of God. Okay, now you can't hit me while I kill this guy. Or maybe you can, because I've freed up my offhand. Shit. Quite a lot of ability drain we're putting on you. I think really the pounces were the problem. The bites don't tend to hit. There sure are a lot of weak getting cold.
Breathe deep and move.
How much are these damn die removers? Only £1. The one person we did not want here was Astarion. Why is that?
Open up.
I imagine Jaheira would be a bit less adept with it all. Always hungry. Band of the Mystic Scoundrel. After hitting a creature with a weapon attack, you can cast illusion or enchantment spells as a bonus action. And a rotten cheese. I hear them. Hunting. Hungry. Always hungry. I'm safe for now, but it's only a matter of time before they find me. Why did I argue with that stupid, loud-mouthed Ginny? I thought he was just a showboating idiot. I never imagined he'd send me to Chult. I read stories about this place as a child. I thought it was a wondrous land, teeming with exotic beasts. But it's a hellscape of venomous snakes, insects, and scaled monsters that hunt me day and night. I've kept them at bay with wits and magic, but I can't keep it up. The monsters guard a portal. Where it leads, I don't know, but even if I find myself in the fires of Avernus, I will claw my way out of it, find that circus, and burn it to the ground! That's a fantastic ring for a swords bard. You can attack a lot of times while still casting things like Hold Monster and Greater Invis. I've learned my lesson. Pa used to tell me that I needed to stop with the tricks, that I'd meet someone I couldn't fool someday, and that I'd have to pay more than a couple of drinks to be forgiven. When those miners kicked me out of Nashville with nothing but my shorts, I thought that was the worst it could get. It wasn't. Rock bottom isn't when forgiveness is hard gained. It's when you laughed, threatened, begged, and cried, and they still won't let it go. I shouldn't have taken that Ginny's shinies. I shouldn't have tweaked his wheel, and I shouldn't have rubbed it in his face. I've learned my lesson, Pa. Too late. No one fucks with the Ginny. You fucking coming? Oh, God. There. Happy? Now go.
Maybe I need more pockets.
So the way out is down there. Oh, we got high ground, is it? That's nice. At least until he leaps up.
Try me.
No, he doesn't. Doesn't make it easy for me to reach him, though. Yeah, not super helpful there. Can we maybe with Dissonant Whisper? We could. It works, and that works. Not sure why he'd put an exit portal in his little punishment dungeon, but we're lucky, I guess. That looks strange. Oh, we've been up there, have we not? Yeah, we have. We just didn't come over to here to that bone cap, but I can let go of one bone cap. Okay. And no, it's just a bright clearing. There doesn't seem to be any sort of last-second ambush here. unfortunately, we're going to have to get hurt doing this jump because we do not have... Well, we don't have Karlach's Featherfall. We probably still have a scroll of it, don't we? Yeah. So we lost one of my level 5 slots, but I'm not going to rest because of that. For one thing, I think we have that amulet that can restore it, but for another... We have something that can restore it. But for another... It doesn't matter that much.
Wonder what's past this.
Nyrulna. Is this that staff that... Is this staff why you were having me angle towards the cleric build? 4 to 16 damage. This weapon will return to your hand when thrown. Oh no, is this for Karlach? This weapon will... okay, it's not a staff, it's a trident, okay. Return to your hand when thrown. You cannot be forced to drop it. When thrown, it creates an explosion. Deals thunder damage in a 6-meter blast centered on the target. You gain movement speed and jump distance. And immunity to fall damage. And it glows, and it's +3. This is a Karlach weapon. Are you telling me that I just braved the jungle so that I could bring something home for my girlfriend? The Forge Master Lyrico designed this weapon for the champion of the wind goddess Akkadi. A key component in the forging was his home city's wind, and for a year after this weapon was made, no wind blew there at all. This is top 3 weapon in the... Yeah, this is Karlach's. But we just got the Dwarven Thrower. So I think the idea here is we use them both, in a way. Because we would use the Trident when it's safe to use the Trident. But we would use the Thrower when it isn't. Would we have her dual wield them, or would we have her have the shield on? No, we can't have her dual wield them. Oh, we definitely got it. This is, like, I do find this interesting. What happens in a multiplayer game? Does everybody else just have to fucking wait for whoever got lucky enough to be sent here to do the stuff?
Keep going.
You wouldn't even be able to spectate, because everybody else is just hanging out the circus.
It's been a long day.
I have been... brought over here. I'll just have to walk and I just need to be careful that I don't start any scenes. There they are. Okay, good. We just have to walk past the musicians, I guess. Now, am I dumb enough to talk to the djinn again? Akkadi. Akkadi. Okay.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
He also gave me something else, didn't he? Or he gave Astarion something when he spun. Lonely left boot of elven kind. It's one shoe.
Is that blood? No. Never mind.
Ha ha! How did the despicable cheater enjoy his vacation?
I had a lot of fun, actually, thanks.
Akabi is delighted you enjoyed it, repugnant mortal. Begone! Akabi is sick of you!
Wait, can you get the other shoe? I'll put it in camp. No, you can't. Okay, well, fine.
Akabi is tired of the wheel of...
Well, why are you standing out there next to it if you're tired of it? Can I win this ballista? I should probably take my food break. There's lots of people to talk to over here. Boney and Stoney's Bespoke Creations. Popper. Now this door seems to lead to the open-air monastery, I think. So you actually access it through the circus. But I wouldn't go there until I finish with the circus, and we'll probably spend the rest of this stream doing all of these guys' little encounters. So yeah, I'm quickly going to get some food, but then I'll come back and we will continue to be festive. Please enjoy circus music while you wait. Shall we continue to explore the circus? Why is there blood stain in the middle of the... Oh, that was when I threw Cheese Astarion. Right. Yeah, sorry about that, buddy. That was my fault. That was my fault. Whoopsity whoopsity. Okay, we've got this line. I'm trying to sort of... I guess I should deal with these two next. I've spoken to Fred, he's very angry. But we have Zethino here, who seems to be... I don't know that she's an attraction, like there's people looking at her, but I don't know what she's doing. She's in this little glade. Is she some kind of druid, perhaps?
Seems like a good moment to talk.
This city of stone and steel is an endless scream in nature's womb. I have felt no peace here. Until now, your eyes, Stira. There is pain, endless and deep, but also devotion, blazing like the
Yeah,
sun.
she's an attraction.
You're in love, are you not?
I care only for myself. I do love someone close to me, actually.
You are wise to admit it. When it comes to love, vulnerability is armor, truth a sword, and trust a shield. I pray you wield all three, Stira. Bring the one you love to me. I will look into your hearts and see if your love is eternal or doomed eternally.
Jahira, this could be entertaining. I'm going to go with Karlach, but I kind of want to press the Jahira button first just to see what happens. And then reload the quick save. So I'm going to do that. Jahira, this could be entertaining.
Oh, the Dryad is comely enough. But you? Don't poke at questions you don't want the answer to, cub.
Okay. Karlach, what do you think?
Yes, yes, yes! Let's do it!
Spending so much fucking money at this circus.
Close your eyes, little ones. Be still as stone to earth. And remember to breathe.
I better not be back in the dinosaur jungle.
I see you. I see the bond between you. So tender. So fragile. But do you see it for yourselves? Karlach. Her fire within can incinerate an enemy, or warm a beloved. Listen. Think. Who does she loathe above all others?
Huh. It's obviously not me. Zariel or Gortash is an interesting question because she doesn't like either of them very much at all. But, Raphael, she doesn't have much to do with. Zariel has been her torturer and keeper. But Gortash is the man who sold her. Gortash feigned as a friend and then betrayed her. So which one of those two? I think the sensible answer would be like someone who you met as a bastard, knew as a bastard, and has always been a bastard, has only ever existed in one mode in your eyes, and that mode can be very intensely negative. But the emotions with Gortash would be far worse, wouldn't they? Because of how you'd feel about the existence of the time when you thought he was decent. I'm gonna go with 2.
Just the sound of his name makes my blood boil. Probably literally. Can't stand the fucker. Ding ding!
Hear how your bond thrums with pleasure.
Certainly does.
Strong, vital, pulsing with affection. Many things delight the heart, but only one makes it sing. Tell me, what is her idea of a perfect day?
Sitting quietly reading a book. No, I don't think that one's it. Strolling through town window shopping, or bashing baddies interspersed with victory sex. Let's go with door number 3.
You know me too well.
The sweetest loves dance lightly on the tongue, but they sag and suffer with age. The future brings many trials. A decade from now, what will the mighty Karlach do?
Oh.
Where will she be?
Probably dead. Settled down in a quiet village with a nice partner and a few kids. Worshipping Selûne. Well, she's not Shadowheart. Will she like the nice option? Like, because her psyche at the moment, she is basically been told that she has to die or go back to hell, and she said she'd rather die. So, like, morbidly, the dead answer might be the one they want you to select here. Or rather, the one that she sees as correct, even though it's obviously not a good thing. It's... does she want to settle down in a quiet village and raise a family? I think so. She likes kids. I'm gonna go with number 2 because I don't want to say number 1, but it wouldn't surprise me if they actually wanted number 1 to be the correct option. But I don't think, roleplay wise, my character is not keen on Karlach dies. My character would be like, no, you should go back to hell. And then we can, like, why don't we, as a team, like send the party to Avernus, and we, like, kill Zariel, and then find a way to fix your stupid heart thing. I'm gonna go with 2.
Kids, huh? I don't know. How about a really mean goat?
That would work.
I don't know. Things can change, I guess. I've heard.
Don't know that was the right one.
You really know me, don't you? It's wild. In so many ways, we barely know each other. But where it counts, you're deeper in my head than that tadpole.
How close you are. 2 hearts beating a perfect rhythm. But I know the truth. Only one face haunts your dreams each night. Close your eyes, sweetness, and she will come to you.
This woman is creepy. For fuck's sake!
Oh, still rolling in the muck, I see. Gortash knows you are coming. Knows you have the Bone Lord's stone. Do not let him hiss hot air into your worm-weakened brain. Oh, your bond will not save you. He will wrap its cord around your neck and make you swing from it. Remember, his throat spits lies, but my blade carves the truth. You will read it on your skin soon enough.
You just ruined a really nice moment, you bitch!
She's toying with me. What does she want?
You didn't know this was one of Oren's clone. Wait, so you can have this without it being Oren? She took my money. Yeah! How much money do I have? I have 6,000 on me, but Karlak has more, right?
Don't be shy.
Correct. We have 18,000. We're doing okay.
What to do?
Right, but if my point is, can this woman have? Can you have that? Is there a real druid lady, and can you have? Does it just play the same thing with the same voice lines, except she doesn't turn into Oren at the end? There is a real one. You had a lot until you got a naked statue. I don't know what that's about. If you run out of Oren's other options, or if you trap her. The real version is less creepy. What? Well, that's what I was thinking, because her voice lines were kind of creepy. Which makes sense for Oren now in retrospect. In fact, I was sort of half expecting it. Because of the way she was, like, creeping me out. I was like, is this going to be another Oren turn? But I didn't want to say that because... obviously we don't... But, yeah.
One day I'll catch a break.
Oren can only be in one spot at a time. If you know where she is, you can trap her there by having someone stand next to her. So all of these NPCs that Oren can be, and so far we've found 2 of them, I assume there's more, she replaces someone who actually exists. She doesn't invent the person. Right. Here's Dribbles the Clown and Bitey Buddy. Good God. Who was the first one that we found? The Flaming Fist in this corner. Who was talking about massacring people and then suddenly turned into Oren when we were like, hey, maybe let's not massacre people. See, that one didn't give me the impression that there was a real NPC. I figured that was just like, she just created that person to taunt us. He was just a normal guard when you talked to him in run number 2, because you'd already had 2. Oh, so I won't get another one is what you're telling me. Because that was my second one. Does that mean she doesn't do it anymore? She only does it twice to you. Well. Anyway, there was another person here. Oh, there's 2 people. Medrash and Glingo Trapeze Master. Oh, there's actually more going up through there, too. But let's ignore Fyodor for now, but I will talk to these 2. Glingo Trapeze Master.
Enjoying the show? Then you're going to love Dribbles. He's about to perform on stage.
Right, you're not very interesting. Medrash.
I should speak up.
The ringmaster hired another bard. Ho, ho, ho. Viola is gonna be pissed.
Actually, yeah, I should talk to Viola. Because that was my lie to get in. Is there more in... Yeah, leading up to Dribbles. Well, we'll talk to Fyodor.
No.
I haven't said anything.
Still, no. Off limits. Leave. Now.
I mean, realistically, I have just gotten the 2 Orans that are closest to the starts point. So these are probably the most common Orans, but then again, one of you said you didn't know it could be the circus lady. I guess you went this way and up around.
Bugger off.
Because it seems like the circus is really easy to get.
Bugger.
Yes, bugger you. There's more people around this corner, but I don't want to go too far deep. Because I was going to go talk to these Bardley types. One of them is very close to the town entrance. Do you mean, like, further up here? Or do you mean the town entrance, like, here? Because... I thought I explored everything. If I missed somebody to talk to that's right near the entrance, then oops. There's Viola. Your entry to Rivington. Well, then I don't know who I missed, because I didn't run into an Oran in here. Because we've explored all that way. We've explored Arthur's mansion. Like, we've explored up to here, we even went through there. So, like, if they're in this circle, I missed them. Because I'm under the impression I explored everybody in that circle. I haven't missed it, no. I don't know what... what close to the... Maybe past this point. Maybe in that building or along there. I don't know. Point the person out when I talk to them, then. Calliope Blings... Oh, there's the other red cap. Paramidius. Are you going to be any nicer than your mate?
Oh, Mr. Hag. Miss her stink.
Ethel?
Why are you here, huh? Stupid customers. Stupid hygiene code. Stupid job.
God, these guys love to work. Calliope Blingsdorf.
You will never be half the bard Miss Silvertongue is. Do you hear me?
And you will never be half the size of anybody in my party.
Another bard? Did Lucretius hire you? Stay out of my way, talentless half-wit.
I like your makeup. Less fond of your personality, but the makeup's nice.
We've got plenty bards as is, so take a long walk off a short cliff, yeah?
You adore the ruler of this circus. Is that the Lucretius they keep mentioning? I think I saw them over here somewhere, right? Ooh. Well, we'll get there when we get there. But first off, this corner. I need to talk to Boney and Stony. I feel like Boney's gonna have more to say, since Stony appears to be an earth elemental and they're not incredible conversationalists.
You do. I promise.
Boney is an imp? Mephit.
Oh, darling, don't forget that Dragonborn's order. It's due shortly.
Now, when you say darling...
Is someone excited to work on the handsome Dragonborn? Darling, we have a customer. Is your camp drab? Dreary? Then you have come to the right place.
You have a dick
Ours are
nose.
bespoke, stony and bony creations. Or commission a statue in your likeness. It is our most sought-after service.
Which one are you?
Bony, at your service. That there is my darling wife's Stony. Is she not magnificent?
She's a lot bigger than you.
I know. It's wondrous. Now, what can I do for you?
Yeah, actually. Let's see what you have.
Oh, you shall be thrilled and delighted. I know it.
Now, I noticed that that says, let's have a statue of myself for the camp. But my question is, should I have that conversation while being one of my companions instead of the comparatively less interesting me? We have a bunch of alchemy ingredients, a couple of scrolls, and some gold.
Nothing caught your eye? I shan't tell my wife. She'd be most upset.
I always give it to Astarion because he can't see himself in a mirror. Yeah, but I want a big statue of Karlach. Or Jaheira. We'll go with Karlach. We'll go with Karlach because of something somebody in my chat said when they maybe shouldn't have.
All right, Ah, the adventurer returns.
I'd like a statue of myself for my camp.
Oh, my wife
5,000!
delighted. Customs are her favorite, particularly when their facial structure is as unique as yours.
I can't imagine her asking for this. If it were Will or Shadowheart, then sure, that would be very out of character, but this does seem like the thing she'd find funny.
Tremendous! Stony, darling, let us put this towards our getaway in the Moonshade Isles. I'll have your statue shipped to your camp. You shall love it. We guarantee it.
Thanks, Dick Nose.
Let's get going.
Do we only get one, or...?
Ah, the adventurer returns.
Yes, we do. Probably for the best. I would bankrupt myself on these. And indeed.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well...
But we're still fine. I'm actually going to give her my money again because of the weight consideration. 12,000 instead. I'm going to assume that there aren't any more giant purchases like that, or at least that there aren't too many. Oh, we're going to camp, yeah. Presumably I won't be looking at anything that can't be broadcast on Twitch. It's a statue, after all. There... Oh my! One hit point, that's... Karlach the Fierce! Oh god! That whoa! Anyway... I thought we would get the statue examined, not... Anyway... It is invulnerable, yes. Invulnerable and... Well, I wanted to examine the... I wanted to see the... What is the description of just look at those cheekbones, but... People used to use the statues to get duplicates of rare weapons. Not bad. Where is she? There she is. Steeped in bliss, I've no fucking doubt.
What's on your mind?
Sculpting. It permanently blesses her, does it?
Making me sweat.
I don't see it.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot deny the woman does good
Can't give up now. Don't waste a step.
Right, I'm happy with that.
It's been an age since your last break, my darling.
Well done, Stony.
Moment to
We talked to Stony. Your shinies and treatos. Popper, purveyor of treats and trinkets.
Oh, hungry little hobgoblin. Want a treato?
I'm a
I have
tiefling.
lots of treatos and magics and junks I finds. Don't worry. I only takes junks from dead people. I is nice.
How do the people die? How often do you loot corpses?
Oh, lots of times. The beasts ate a kiddo the other day, and I got some good stuffs. I mean, circus is safe. Do not worry. Yes.
Nice hat. I don't actually believe this, but grave robbing is a profane act. Makes you stink too.
Shut up, stupid sweat
Grave
piss
robber.
incense smeller.
Grave robber. Sometimes I wonder why I even
Yes,
bother.
I has lots of stuffs just for you.
He doesn't seem angry at me. Attitude 0. What do you have, Mr. Baldur's Grape. Elixir, 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 elixir. Potion of gas form. Mind reading. Remedial potion? Oh, as in remedy. Right. Smoke powder arrow. Dark displacement gloves. You may gain a +1 bonus to attack rolls when throwing and may swap positions with the target if they fail a dex saving throw. With Karlach's gloves, probably not. Yeah, more throw damage as opposed to more throw chance to hit. I don't think she needs that. And then a bunch of alchemy stuff.
Bye-bye now. Come back to Papa soon.
Come to Papa. Anyway. Sorry, clown's severed hand? Well, fuck, man. I don't want to know what happened to the last one who had your job. How do we know it's a clown's? Because it has a ring with a grinning face on the band. That's not conclusive.
Bloodstained free.
Well, terrifying, thanks, but it would be stealing, so... Not that I'd want it anyway.
Get your shinies and treatos.
Paramidius. Lucretius, Lucille, Boris, Jacob, and they don't appear to be alive. You're the reason why we have a ghoul, aren't you? And, of course, a pair of hands named Itchy and Scratchy. One of them's always killing the other. It's a real mess. Let's speak to the owner. Or should we speak to the owner last? Should we keep going through here and speak to everybody in here and here? I don't know. I feel like I've been avoiding this clown area, and the only reason why is because I reckon this is going to start a cutscene, because it's such a big stage. it's probably going to be like a whole act thing, and I don't want to get dragged into something until I've talked to all the ones that I can control when I start. Might be wrong, but my cutscene senses say that this is the area where we'll probably get one. But let's talk to Lucretius. She's the other one that might give us a... She? I think she. Yeah, she. Bringer of the Night. What the fuck? Lucretius is played by a real-life drag queen and is one. Oh, that's cool. So she, yeah. We have Volume 2 of Tenebric's Morrow as well. Let's read that while we're there. And thus in the light of the Feywild's near-setting sun, we passed into the land of the Eladrin. My astute resolution to sail around their forests was betrayed. It seems to me that the river itself conspired to change course, bringing the new bride into the shadow of trees, that I might see those dancing figures up close. Yeah, the general etiquette for drag queens is she, her pronouns when they're performing. He, him when they're out of the makeup and not performing, I believe. The form of the Eladrin, with which I am now intimately familiar, is that of elves as seen in a fever dream. Slender as wands and with hair of every changeable hue, their moods mirror that fey wilderness from which they spring. One moment gentle as a still pond, the next inexorable, as deadly as a falling mountain. The latter I experienced only after spending many agreeable hours, or perhaps seasons, among them. A halfling woman, employed among my crew as a smith, dared to raise her voice in song above that of our hosts. The depth of the insult became clear as the forest fell into silence. It was only quick thinking on my part that delivered a compromise. When we left, it was without our smith, and the only sound was the solitary ring of her hammer as she endeavoured to forge a blade that would sing for the Eladrin more sweetly than she. It has been some centuries since. I hope she's succeeded by now. The Amiable Art of Necromancy by Demon Dragon 000. Sorry, Cherish Hollow. Easy to get confused. It's a lonely, lonely world for a young woman in a modern culture of necromancy. She chafes against the shibboleth. Who needs necromancy? What could such a gross thing possibly be for? These questions are very valid. I hope my answer satisfies. Necromancy is a social magic. I have a zombie, Mr. Nascent Owens, under my thrall. Now, he remembers absolutely nothing of his past life. He only knows this new one I've given him. He derives a large amount of pleasure from, say, getting me tea, administering a stinky but relaxing back rub, or eating the brains of my enemies. The spiritual implications are pretty profound here, right? Here is a husk imbued with purpose, given a direction, made useful in the most economic sense, and happy in the metaphysical sense. So, who needs necromancy? We who demand a chance to challenge this whole death thing because we're weird and lonely. And we like having friends as much as anyone. I have thoughts about that, but let's remain polite.
The Circus of the Last Days has returned. See Dryads, Jinn, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
I think Dribbles ate the last clown. He seems to be the yeah, I think this might be the featured act of the location. So let's go to the clown last, but that is a very interesting item on the either that or Dribbles has one hand. It's entirely possible we'll go there and Dribbles will just be a one-handed clown, and that's what happened. But I don't know why they'd have that on display in Popper's house unless Popper bit it off. Either way, we'll remember that this is there. It seems deliberate. Right, Lucretius, let's talk to you now.
Lucille! It's pose grapevine, then pivot step. Jacob, you have the grace of my great-grandmother's missing leg. And Boris, put some sensuality into those lovely hip bones. I know you have it in you. Step it up.
Is this a circus act?
We are decades from that. I hoped they could open for dribbles. Not that my star needs the support, but at this rate, who knows? Call me Lucretius, ringmaster, necromancer, bringer of the night. Oh, and wine lover extraordinaire. Normally, I'd invite you into my tent for a lovely vintage, but these graceless skellies need my full attention. Enjoy my circus, darling.
Certainly. At all.
Jacob, you mess up that pivot one more time, and I will put you back in the ground. Not now, darling.
Okay, there's got to be more with her. They're not going to waste a character like that. I'm thinking about it. I don't know that... I wanted to say you don't see much drag queen representation in video games, but I'll be honest, I don't think I've seen any drag queen representation, because I've played a lot of video games, right? I don't remember ever seeing a drag queen in a video game. I'm sure there's at least one in another. But, bug it if I know.
The skeleton looks beyond you, frozen, awaiting command from its mistress.
She's got them well dressed. I like how his rib cage is sort of coming out of the vest. Somnium Files Mama. That's true. That's true.
Little remains of the person this skeleton once was. Only polished bone and brittle teeth. Little remains of the person that...
Well, that makes it sound sad. But really, none of their souls are using those bones anymore, so why not repurpose them for a bit of fun? What is in that cage? Nothing. Oh, it's this one. There's a displacer beast in here. And a dinosaur in that one, but that one's empty. Interesting. Can we get into the monastery? Is that... Oh, wow, I can... I can fly in, actually. But, like, should I be entering via these back doors? Probably not. Anyway, hi Wire Hildy. Let's go with that. Go with you, rather.
Do not stand too close. The flames have a life of their own.
How about I rephrase it to Western drag queen representation? Because the Yakuza games also have some Mama-like characters. But I don't think I've seen a Western game with drag queen representation, other than this. Because, like, it's a certain cultural thing that they're bartenders. Because you brought up two bartenders, and the ones in Yakuza are also bartenders. Like, I believe it's a cultural thing in Japan that you'll have a mama running certain bars, and there's drag culture in that. So that's the repetition of the same idea. I could approach these guys here. I'm thinking I want to talk to the people that are on this side of the clown before I talk to the clown, but do you not say anything? Do you just do your act?
Welcome, welcome.
Ah.
All the wonders of the Feywild are here, with only a smattering of the dangers.
No conversation, no. Becca.
Mum won't let me touch the animals. Bet you don't have to ask your mum to pet a stupid cat.
Well, don't call the cat stupid. That's how you're going to get your hand bitten off.
Hey, maybe steer clear of the beasties. One of them is near Rabbit, and the other is looking at us like we're supper. I I want to go, but if I don't let Her Majesty here see Dribbles for the 3rd time, I'll never hear the end of it. Kids, right?
Yep.
Mum said Crimson the Dilophosaurus looks sick, but I think he's fine.
That was not reflected in the subtitle, but that was really funny.
No, we can't go. I want to see Dribbles.
Hey, Shadow.
Another. Good.
Fuck. There.
While the cage is sturdy, the lock is old. It could be jammed shut, so not even a key could open it.
Why would I want to do that? Why good?
My time comes. I will show you. All of you.
Show me what? Can we fuck off, please? Better.
Look. See? The crowd. They laugh. They shine with innocence. But it is a lie. Every one of you is vicious. Cruel. You kill my mate. Steal my cubs. I roar. Break my cage. And then you die. You all die!
When exactly do you plan on killing everyone?
Soon.
Okay, so that's what we call probable cause. I think we can... I think it might be a good idea if we fuck this thing's cage. My sympathies go out to you. Obviously, this is bad. This shouldn't have been done to you. You should be out roaming the wilds of wherever the fuck. I don't actually know where a displacer beast lives. But you've clearly been displaced. I'm going to do that.
I thought you a hunter. Wrong. You're prey. Small, sniveling, pathetic.
I mean, this means we don't have to kill you later, so I'd call it the better idea. Weirdly, we can lockpick it. I don't think opening the cage for her would be a good move.
Don't get too close, or Crimson here might decide you look tasty.
I'll be the judge of that. I'll have a chat with Crimson, yeah?
You've seen him twice already, Peanut.
Hunger. My stomach screams. Press your flesh through bars. And add blood breaks.
We do have a lot of food. Inspiration for Karlak. Primary needs.
Meat. Meat.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
I don't like the kitty. She looks scary.
She is. Stay away from her. Oops. What happens to the people that Oren replaces? Like, does she... Does she replace them on their day off, so they're perfectly fine wherever they are?
You've wandered into a forbidden area.
Have I?
You sense it might be time to leave.
Oh. Sorry. Right, we're not supposed to talk to these ones. Yes, that's it. They're fine. Don't worry about it. Getting mixed answers from y'all. So, yeah, we'll approach the clown, I guess. We don't seem to be able to get through. Well, we could, but we'd be sneaking and they'd probably have a go at us anyway. One of them will show up and complain about someone knocking him on the head, unsure about others. Well, evidently that person's going to be the real person for us, so we're not going to have that. But yeah, we've had our 2 Orans, and apparently, as people have told me, 2 is what we get. Welcome, Bane of the Dark Gods. That sounds like a heavy burden. Alright, we've talked to everybody else in this circus. It is time to get down with the clown. And oh boy, what a crowd. We have Soralia Devers, Sneezer Phibbs, Dolia, Patty, Quinton, Gloria, Cleet, and Flimsy. Which is an awful lot of words. Also, I didn't really... Who was this person that fucking ran over here and then disappeared? When we approached Lucretius, there was a figure in this corner that disappeared. Anyway.
Don't get too close. Beasties are hungry, and you look like food.
Why the hell are the animal keepers all to a man scary?
If Crimson bites them little fingies off, don't come crying to me.
Well, hired for their people skills, these animal tamers, eh?
Speak.
Nothing to say about the circus? Shame. And it doesn't seem like... Oh no, we can talk to these guys. Soralia Devers. Oh, this is it.
Buddy the dog is my very best friend. Do you know why?
Because nobody else likes you.
Because with him, anything is possible. Way!
Good puns. Because clowns aren't enough of a horror already.
Did you hear about the scarecrow who lost a fight?
Boo! Get off the stage! And the little hamster runs across the stage. No, not that kind of boo. Relax and enjoy the show. It's been forever since you've seen Drivels perform. Not long fucking enough. Sure did! His opponent was really clutching at straws! Minthara has the best reaction. Let me see if I can do it in her voice. Just give the word, and I will kill the clown. We would be praised as heroes. Yeah, I'm gonna outdo him. His opponent was really clutching at straws.
Oh, hey! Looks like we've got a proper comedian in our midst. Good thing, too. I'll need someone with your wits for my next trick. Now, where are you?
The hair on the back of your neck raises as a shiver passes through you.
You, my special assistant. Come on up.
What are you going to do? Or we can throw one of our friends to the wolves. Astarion would be very funny here. What are you going to do? I think I can ask this before having to commit.
Buddy's been practicing day and night for this next trick. What kind of friend would I be if I spoiled his grand finale?
That's true. I should go myself. I just like seeing my companions do things, because the issue is I don't have a voice actor, but they do. But you're right. We're a bard.
A round of applause for the stalwart heart! Now, I always tell children that they're special, that each and every one of them is unique. Tell me, what makes you special?
Sorry, are we playing Fallout now? And what did I just fail? There's something unique about my brain.
No, it's not that silly head of yours. You, my friend, are the most special person in the circus, in all of Baldur's Gate. Does anyone know why?
Why?
You're special, my friend, because I have a message just for you. Praise the Absolute.
You sense something behind you. Instinct takes over.
Oh. Oh, and he has two hands. So he definitely killed the last clown.
Is this part of the show?
No.
Praise the Absolute.
So Bitey Buddy and Dribbles the Clown, master of puns and punchlines. Fyodor, you're yellow. Oh, we also have to fight Karen and Right, so they're creeps. If you tell Jahira to go up, she says, "You think I haven't mounted a stage before? Though be warned, clown. If you mean to throw knives, I will throw them back." This is barking to the tune. Let's dunk on the clown first. We still have advantage, even though we have the low ground. We already got a crit, so we don't need Luck of the Far Realms. Woo! That is half of him. He's also got clown face paint on. Oh, he's a... Right. So that would be the real boy's hand, then. Which says very, very bad things for Dribbles's... Oh, God, you know what? When your circus ringmaster's a necromancer, that's not a fucking problem, is it? Ooh. Anyway, you dodged fighting Crimson and the display... Right, so I fed the dinosaur, otherwise he'd attack. I shut her cage, otherwise she'd attack. Anyway, I imagine this hand is about to be relevant to something. Don't we have an offhand ranged? Yes, we do. Oh, I didn't say she was evil, I just said that... Okay, to explain the leaps of logic that I just had. This is a doppelganger, which means there's a real clown. Clown's severed hand is in that bucket, and I bet you that was put there for you to notice after you fought him. I noticed it beforehand. Somehow. Well, it came up when I hit the alt button, so it wasn't exactly hidden. We're probably going to find a dead real clown, and then the fact that Lucretius is a necromancer means she's probably not going to mind that he's dead, and then we're going to have a zombie clown. That's what I would assume based on the evidence currently before me. And I will be disappointed if the solution to this little story is anything other than that, because that's the funniest answer. Don't confirm it. That's not how it works here. Anyway, have another free crit on him. Brilliant.
Always this same old song.
I don't think this is a bothersome enough fight for us to really want to spend resources. I mean, she could spend a level 2, I suppose. We could throw a... Oh, she doesn't have Shatter, does she? No. Her useful ones start at level 3. Yeah, just cantrip. Oh, not a good hit chance, though. Go on one of these guys. Moonbeam? Oh, yes. Actually, can you hit both of these two with that? Yes, you can. Do that, do that, do that. Is it strong? Barely hurt them. 8 and 5. Because it will hit again on their turn. I see. Which Dribbles is about to have. I am actually last on the list. That's interesting. Is it because I was attacked? Normally I'm pretty high up on the initiative. Oh, I just rolled bad, maybe. Anyway. Oh, that really hurt him. And now he's dashing away from me. Interesting. Probably to get out of the moonbeam, but... What? What did that do to them? Ambushed. That doesn't... They're not combatants. Why would you do that? Oh my god! What happened to you? V5 foe fucking hell. We'll go with cutting words because it's just a 2 to...
Your body's a temple to an idiot god.
Delightful.
I always knew I'd die at a circus.
Actually, to be fair, these guys are really in danger. Zephyr Flash. Is that from her new... She might not be able to use this. We'll give her the action surge as well. The good thing about throwing is that we don't need to equip. You can just throw anything in your inventory and it will just automatically become your equipped... Yeah, is there a safe... You could throw it at Ryland, but I think that would hit Crimson. I don't actually know what the AoE blast is like, but we couldn't throw it at Fum because he's surrounded by civilians. Let's finish off the doppelganger before he does anything. Yeah, it's a decently... I shouldn't use it in this fight.
Good idea, Carla.
And then start going for the dog, because that one's next. And also is threatening me. And we can kill the dog with an action surge, and there's no reason not to, because this fight is going to be very quick. Ah, come on. There we go. What's that? Whatever it was.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Oh yeah, the moonbeam. Well, doesn't matter. Can you hit Ryland there? Can't imagine. No! No, you cannot! But you can crit with the offhand. Ooh, don't hit a fucking innocent civilian, you ass! Thank fuck that was a miss. Just for that, you're getting dog attacked. Yeah, you can't get dog attacked, not enough movement. Well, your buddy's getting dog attacked. Scratch. It's not how you dog attack. Scratch, look closely. This is how you bite someone. Come to think of it, maybe doing that in public was not super cool. Especially in the outskirts of a city where Astarian's being actively hunted. But anyway...
You still have time to surrender.
No, they don't. We're killing them right now. My main reluctance towards mods would be a desire to get all the achievements first. Or at least all the ones I wanted to get. Doesn't even make him happy because doppelgangers don't taste good. Are they all fucks? And is that an Orin thing? Because, like, we started talking about doppelgangers because, like, I think Orin is one, so these are Orin's people. Makes sense, Orin herself was in the circus. Rolled 16 out of 12 to save. There's no reason to cutting words that. It's possible to manage it, but not likely enough for my taste. Baal does like doppelgangers, you're right. They were all over BG1. The degree to which you can fuck off is high. So high. Thank you.
Can't even catch my breath.
Now, please, don't kill random people, Ryland.
Oh, my word.
That's better. Scratch wants to play too. Ooh, we made it. Now Astarian wants to play, and that won't end nicely for the doppelganger.
A shapeshifter. What a pity. I thought we were killing a real clown.
Don't walk in the moonbeam! That was your own moonbeam! Ah, oh, Chihira, I love you, but that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen you do. What are you sniffing?
Swift as my feet can carry me. What's that?
My dad said I'm not allowed.
I do everything your dad tells you.
You'll see.
No.
The Absolute's army on its way. Not a chance.
Let's sneak into the circus.
Note from Business Lord Popper!
Ginny? Ginny, oh, scary! And what about Dribble? I heard there's a new show.
Why is there a dead rat in the chest? Where is the note from Business Lord Popper? Hi, Ratty! Sorry for killings you, but you Popper wanted the tasty hand you found. Lots love, Popper. Right, so that's about Dribbles' hand then. Well, the clown's hand, but let's not kid ourselves as to whose hand that is. Anyway.
You took those bastards down like it was nothing. It was amazing.
Thanks.
You fight good. Doppelganger, not so good.
Thanks. Ah, there she is. She probably wants to talk to us about what the hell just happened there.
Can't believe Dribbles did this. The Dribbles.
Good news. Not quite.
For discussion.
I thought you were part of the show at first, but that was real.
Do you see the, wrinkly naked monster on the ground? Wielding the mighty clown hammer? Grim irony. Whenever this weapon lands a critical hit, both target and attacker have to succeed a whiz save or be affected by fits of laughter. Doesn't really have a space in my setup, but I'm definitely taking it. Clown makeup kit. Hang on, could we... Oh my god.
All right. What now?
What can I do for you, my friend?
It's a buff! It's a buff!
I should speak up.
You started that fight. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. You're a monster.
Oh yes, yell at the man who just slaughtered 4 people and a dog. That's a great idea.
Dribbles? He can't be dead. He can't.
He probably is, but not the one you saw.
Oh, how could Madame Lucretius let this happen? And what are you doing here? Ad!
I'm talking to the extra people.
How could this happen? To Dribbles? To my home? Can't believe we had to rely on a stranger to save us. No offense.
So you've done your hair and you've done like your eyelids, but not the eyebrows? I think that's everybody. You have a key. Beast cage key. Oh, that makes sense. They're the beast keepers. Crimson, how do you feel after all of that?
You freed me from hunger's lust. Forgive me. I was close to killing you, killing everyone. I am ashamed.
They were the ones starving you. If anyone should feel ashamed, it's the circus.
The circus is my family. They rescued me when I was but a youngling. They did not starve me. The other did. He wore the face of Dribbles, or the scent of a stranger. He taunted me, waving bloodied rags under my nose. My mind was worn from the hunger. Thank you for calming me before I hurt my family. May you and your family have full bellies and a warm place to rest. Always. Be well.
Sorry, was there?
Let's have a look.
Oh yeah, I got distracted by the clown hammer. Word from the tribunal. Fum. We see it in you. The thirst. The art. The passion. The trail of cold, bloody murder you have left in your track needs only the finishing touches to grant you a place among his favoured. But he requires something truly magnificent. A circus has appeared, boasting a collection of misfits and ragtags, but more importantly, a stage. Now comes the performance of your lifetime, and when the curtain falls, the tribunal will be watching. I assume you're Fee and Fi, and foes in this cage.
My prey. You took them. Run! I'll find you. Eat you. Cowards!
You need a nap. Hey there! Some shit happened. Sorry, whoops.
Oh dear. Screaming children, an oozing corpse, and it's not even my birthday. I thought the Absolute wouldn't dare set foot in my circus. To use such a woeful Dribbles impersonator, why, it's downright rude.
You just lost the star of your show. Aren't you bothered by that?
When you run a plane-hopping circus of ragtags and ruffians, few things faze you. Alas, I cannot afford to lose any more staff. Funerals are so very expensive. I need to move the circus, but I cannot leave just yet. Not without Dribbles. He was a star. Customers of every color and creed simply adored him. I need him back, and I'll shower the person who finds him in love, adoration, and adequate compensation. What do you say?
Dribbles is probably dead.
Even better! Corpses are wonderful employees. They aren't picky about things like working from home or eating.
I'm expensive. I just spent $5,000 on a naked statue of my girlfriend, and while I regret that purchase not at all, I still need a bit of reimbursement.
Huh. I can respect that. And you're in luck, because I am old, darling.
You don't look it.
Ancient. I have seen stars explode and civilizations fall. Along the way, I happened across items of such power that would make you weep with awe. Find my Dribbles. You won't be disappointed.
Turns out we didn't listen to her correctly. She meant weep with awe, as in metal ore. The item she's going to give us is a magic wand that turns our blood to copper. No, that's not true. I'll look for Dribbles.
That's the spirit, darling. And remember, I look after those who make me happy. Good luck, and thanks ever so much.
Well, I can get you a bit of him.
This is terrible. The circus is supposed to be a safe place. For us performers, at least.
Oh god, don't tell me the bits of him are all throughout the fucking city.
Little remains of the person this skeleton.
Oh no.
Hello again, my vicious little warrior. Any luck finding Dribbles?
No.
I'd hurry if I were you. In this heat, things tend to go ripe rather quickly, if you catch my meaning.
Does it need to be his bits? Couldn't you make something out of a... Right, that's still your property. Can I talk to you about this?
Clown Man is dead. Oh well. Want a treat-o?
That's a little callous.
Why? I die, you die, we all die. Big Wolf. Have a treat-o. It'll make it better.
I shouldn't need to go to the wiki, because I'm sure that if I'm ever in the area of a piece of him and I don't find it, someone will say, hey, there's a dribble bit. Don't leave yet, there's a dribble bit. I found a dead rat and a note. What's this about a hand?
I found it by the clown man's tent. Fought a rat for it and everything's. It's a one-of-a-kind hand with artisanal bite marks. It's worth lots.
I think that hand belongs to Dribbles. I need it. Your ringmaster needs it.
All right. Mama Lucretia says we family. Suppose that means Dribbles was too. Ear.
No, hand. If you've got an ear, though, I will
Tell
take that.
nobodies I gave it to you for free. Got to protect my reputation as a tough business lord.
Oh yes, everybody's very scared of you. Now, can we deliver Dribbles to you in installments?
Hello again, my vicious little warrior.
I'm gonna save in case this like prematurely finishes the quest based on how many parts you've got, but still.
Hello again.
Got bits of him.
Oh dear. Dribble's flesh is near torn asunder. Poor thing was most certainly alive when he was hacked up. Well, that just means this treasure hunt is all the more challenging. Toddle on, darling. There's more of Dribbles to find.
Yay. Although, to be fair, this is probably the funniest thing Dribbles has ever been involved in. Look at the names of the hands in the tent. Itchy and Scratchy, yes. We saw those when we first approached her, which was a while back. I assume neither of them belong to him.
Mostly bloodstain free.
Oh, Dribbles. My wife is heartbroken. Those two would chat from dawn until dusk. Such friends they were. But I'm sure a sizable contribution from an adventurer such as yourself would cheer her up.
She'll just have to use the 5,000 gold we gave you last time to cry into. Anyway, sorry to hear about your loss, Dick Nose. Goodbye. You suggest putting the bits of Dribbles on some of the lots of carrying capacity. Yeah, the hand isn't going to be much, though. Whoa, £8? Fuck off!
Damn, it's good to be alive.
Alright, corpse carrier Karlak, you got a new job.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Was this his hand made out of titanium?
The, attack is nothing to worry about. Madame Lucretius has everything under control. Enjoy the circus.
Well, of course, Minthara carrying the clown bits, but I feel like that goes against her philosophy. She wanted to kill him, not unkill him.
Miss Silvertongue says there is nothing to worry about, so there isn't. Carry on.
You snivelling little sycophant.
How much further can I
Hey,
go?
Ginny, do you give a shit about the dead guy?
Akabi is tired of the Wheel of Wonders.
Right.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Fred?
Clean.
No, he's just buying. Zara, are you going to do some Dribbles-related umphs? I don't think she likes it when I go
Please, enjoy the circus, which will never be the same without Dribbles.
You look a little shell-shocked.
Worry not. It's nothing a little music can't fix.
I'm sure. Anyway, that's thus concludes for the most part our circus adventure, I think.
What's the plan?
Next thing north is the monastery. I'm just wondering. We have two paths in from the circus. I just don't know that we need to take those specifically. I want to talk to these kids because we heard them when we were standing over here.
You can't get in trouble for sneaking into places as a kid, right? Just wondering.
I've met your exact fucking doppelganger.
Don't be such a baby. We're gonna see the mummy, the dryad, the djinni, everything. So don't even think about trying to stop us.
If it would help, I could have Karlach toss you over the wall. Reasonably certain that would be a crime, but I could do it. Not the trespassing crime, the assault crime. Oh yeah, bad news about the dryad and the clown. The djinni's there, though. I wouldn't recommend him. Bit temperamental. Angle iron smithy. Yes, there is a normal. That is a flying elephant smoking a pipe. There is a normal entrance to the monastery, is the next sentence I was going to say. I'm probably going to visit this building first, just, you know, in general, I don't want to go loop. I want to explore in identifiable chunks. So what I will probably do is head back around to here and go up that way and basically explore to this section and then go north. But yes, eventually we'll go see the elephant smoking a pipe. I just wanted to wrap up with those kids, see what they were about, because we'd already heard their conversation when I was on the other side. So yeah, we'll come up here and head down that way into that little section. But we'll be doing that tomorrow because I am out of time. Yeah, Rivington is going to take a while. We're probably just going to get like 2 or 3 little areas per... I mean, really, the circus took most of the stream, right? And that's okay, because there were several things to look at in the circus. But we'll just spend most of this week getting through as much Rivington as we can, and then most of the next month doing the rest. This is going to take some time. Wonder how long we're going to have the ox in our pants. Right, because yeah, we did 2 things today. We did Gregorio as well. Whew. Also, it seems like Voss isn't in Baldur's Gate itself, but he's going to be up here because Gregorio's in Sharessa's Caress, and that's where we're going for Voss. Good shit. All right. Did I do a manual? I did. I'm happy with that. Fare thee well, everybody. Till next time.